Coming up on Mountain News this morning, students from a dozen Eastern Kentucky high schools get some help with planning the next step of their education. And agricultural leaders here in the Commonwealth ask you to have some patience while out on your daily drive during this year's harvest season.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
6:31 on this Wednesday morning, or Wednesday, as sometimes I like to call it. I think it's real fun, Wednesday. We'll just start adding E's to the end of things. Let's take it over to Brandon. Oh, by the way, I'm Dakota Makris. Forgot to mention my name there, but I didn't really need to say it.
I think people know who you are.
Well, I still got to say it. You never know. We might have a new viewer who's like, who's this crazy guy on my TV? And I'll be like, you take that to my bosses.
That's right, exactly.
But yeah, very busy this morning for you all over in the Weather Center. We have fog, chilly conditions, and of course, everybody's watching Hurricane Ian. So.
Exactly. Busy here at home, busy in the tropics this morning, and we have another potential development that could be on the way that could be Julia in the next couple of days as well. So we'll keep you posted on that. Let's take a look, see what's going on here in our region. Mountain Parkway near Slate, the Wolf-Powell County line. No major issues up there, just the chill. 40 up there, 39 Moorhead and Ashland, 36 Irvin, 37 in Williamsburg, 39 in Jacksboro, 37 in Hazard, 35 the cold spot in Clintwood this morning, and 36 in Jonesville. 44 in Jackson is the warmest spot in the entire region, and I'm telling you, those 40s will be dropping into those 30s pretty soon across a big chunk of the area. 5 degrees colder this morning than it was 24 hours ago in Pikeville, 6 in Prestonsburg, 7 in Hazard, and 9 in Richmond this morning. Wise, the only spot that's a couple of degrees warmer. 56 by 1 o'clock, 62 the forecast high for today. It's going to be a chilly one, even with the sunshine. Dakota?
All right, Brennan, thank you. Well, Kentucky State Police is investigating a deadly crash involving 2 vehicles in Pike County. The crash happened Monday on Elkhorn Creek in the Elkhorn City community. Troopers discovered 32-year-old Wesley Childers of Draffin was driving an empty school bus when the bus crossed the central line, hitting a 2008 GMC being driven by 26-year-old Anthony Kirk of Williamson, West Virginia. Kirk was pronounced dead at the scene by the Pike County Coroner's Office. The Laurel County Sheriff's Office has released the name of the suspect arrested in connection with the bank robbery yesterday in southern Laurel County. The incident happened at around 12:50 yesterday afternoon at the Community Trust Bank across from the Sanders Cafe in Corbin. Deputies say Sean Fox of Gooden Lane walked into the bank with a pistol and demanded money. He left with an unknown amount of cash. Fox was found at a house near Corbin on the edge of Knox County. Both the money and pistol have been recovered. Fox was taken to the Laurel County Correctional Facility and is being charged with first-degree robbery. The former county attorney in Lawrence County is going to prison. Michael Hogan and his wife and legal secretary Joy Hogan were sentenced on Tuesday for wire fraud. Michael was sentenced for federal program theft. He was sentenced to more than 3 years in prison. Joy will spend around 1 year behind bars, and the couple pleaded guilty in March. The indictment accused Michael Hogan of paying his wife more than $365,000 from the Lawrence County delinquent tax account, among other things. They must serve 85% of their sentence and will then be on probation for 3 years. A Louisville company is working on a drug to help reverse the effects of fentanyl overdoses. U.S. World Meds has received FDA approval for Zimhai, an injectable device that shoots the overdose reversal drug naloxone into the victim, similar to an EpiPen. This device injects 5 milligrams, which is more than a victim would get with a popular nasal spray Narcan, and also absorbed into the body faster because it's injected into the thigh.
Unfortunately, when you OD, a lot of times you end up with a lot of convulsion around the face, and then the fact that COVID hit, and this patient population, you now don't have to touch the patient. For first responders, that's, very nice. So you just take the product. It's 3 steps. You pull the needle cap off, you place it against the thigh of the gene, and you push.
Zimhai just received FDA approval. Officials hope in a few years it will be in the hands of every first responder in the country. Here in our region, students were able to leave the classroom yesterday for a field trip to learn more about future career opportunities in the healthcare industry. Our Olivia Calfee went along with them and has that story.
Nearly 700 students gathered in the Corbin Arena for the SOAR Healthcare Career Pathway Fair to learn about future jobs as a healthcare professional.
It's just bringing together students, our future workforce, kind of the entire future of the region, together with healthcare providers, our hospital partners, long-term care facilities, and our schools, right, post-secondary institutions.
Booths were set up for students to network with colleges and healthcare groups. Pikeville Medical Center staff say they enjoy helping students prepare for their future.
So many times students aren't prepared when they get out, but then also to show them that we have healthcare job opportunities and training, scholarships, that they do not have to leave our area, that they can stay here close to home.
One student says he has enjoyed networking as he is trying to navigate his future education and job.
I really enjoyed speaking at the first event that we went to, learning about the opportunities that Pikeville offered through their partnerships with different colleges and how they'll help pay for your school if you agree to work with them for a year.
SOAR staff says they hope students understand that they don't have to leave Kentucky to pursue the career they dream of.
These are the future workforce, these students that are thinking about what comes next. We've got to get to them early on to make sure that they're aware. This is a good paying job that allow you to support yourself, your family, and stay right here in the region.
Helping educate many of the future healthcare workers of our region. In Whitley County, Olivia Calfee, WYMT Mountain News.
Well, this was SOAR's second healthcare career pathway fair. Well, school campuses throughout the region hosted University of Kentucky President Dr. Eli Capilouto yesterday. He was joined by Stanley Pigman, founder of the L. Stanley Pigman First Generation Scholarship Program, which provides scholarships for first-generation UK engineering students. They visited several campuses in Perry and Floyd County, including the Floyd County School of Innovation. Principal Christina Case says students and faculty were very excited for the visit.
Our kids, they want to be here on every day, but today they super want to be here to meet him and just to show off what we're doing and what kind of things we can accomplish, because they want to make connections. They want to eventually be on that UK campus and talking to him in person there, and utilizing what they've learned here at our school.
Well, Chris says, and all of the Floyd County School District wants to thank Capilouto and Pigman for taking the time to meet with students and staff. Well, you may notice a couple more farm vehicles on the road this time of year, and it's harvest season, which means farmers have a quick window between getting the food from the fields out to your table. Agriculture Commissioner Ryan Quill says year after year, more people move to the country, and at the same time, as farm machinery advances, equipment becomes larger and more difficult to avoid.
As you may go out and enjoy picking a pumpkin in a pumpkin patch, just think about the other farmers in this conversation. And look, I know it's frustrating to get stuck behind a slow-moving vehicle, but we just want to make sure that Kentuckians share the road.
Well, the Agriculture Commissioner says if you end up behind a farm vehicle this time of year, that typically the time is equivalent to one cycle of a stoplight, which really is not that long at all. In honor of National Coffee Day this week, lovers of caffeine lined up bumper to bumper at the Perry County Park yesterday to earn their ticket for free McDonald's coffee for a year. The Hazard and Whitesburg McDonald's locations handed out free coffee cups. The cup is the key to getting unlimited coffee refills free of charge for a year. Those handing out the coffee cups say they were able to hand out 200 cups in 20 minutes. That's just yesterday morning.
I mean, we like doing this for the community, but me and her's here every year. We just like getting out here and talking to people and making it. I mean, it's making my day. It's a cup of coffee, but it's just a cup to us, but it's something big to them.
Well, the cup is good for a regular and decaffeinated coffee and does not include iced coffee or other specialty coffees. This offer only applies to the Hazard and Whitesburg McDonald's locations. National Coffee Day is on Thursday.
All right, 6:40, we have breaking news right now. Category almost 5, Ian, approaching the Gulf Coast there of Florida. 155-mile-an-hour winds as of 6:35 this morning. That is 1 mile shy of Category 5 status. We will take an in-depth look at that here in just a minute, but let's go to our local forecast first with some fog out there this morning, and you see limited visibility across parts of the region. We're going to continue to see that through about mid-morning, and we're going to continue to see cold temperatures. The fog in Whitesburg this morning, fogged in over there actually, temperatures across the 30s in a big chunk of the area, so bundle up and be careful out there this morning. Watch out for those school buses, especially in the fog. fog. The out-the-door forecast, cold to start, chilly to end. Only 62 for a daytime high today, even with the sunshine. Dakota?
Brennan, certainly something to watch. Thank you. And the time is 6:41. When we come back, our Mountain News this morning. A lawyer takes action against President Joe Biden's student loan forgiveness policy, claiming it's an abuse of executive power.